When music meets passion and talent, it is sure to shake your soul. Hi guys, I'm Deepthi at What's Up Live, and in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, or rather who I'm talking about, it is my guest today, a very young, talented, and dynamic music composer. I'm totally excited to say this. We have Varun Ahuja in the house.
Thank you.
So Varun, I've been very curious to ask you this. I read that you delved into music very early on. How did that come about?
This was quite a lot of years back. I think that when we talk about today, how the whole journey has come back, kind of feels that it's one full circle that life has come back to. But for that whole full circle to happen, I go back to goes back to 1994, and I remember the first time I picked up the guitar. That was the time I started the journey. From 1994 till 2018, I think it's 24 years. In fact, 24 years of music, over 2 decades, bunch of bands I played with, a lot of people I collaborated with. Every band that I played with, every singer, musician, every artist that I worked with just took me further. I think today I can sum it up to say that it's been a very beautiful and mostly a very learning journey for me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And coming all the way from all those years, starting to play in the early 90s, and which is I think a very beautiful time for the Indian music industry as well.
Yes.
Early 90s were definitely some of my favorite songs that belong to that era of 90s, and that's when I started in 1994. 94 to did my first concert in the year 2000. By 2006, I was playing with Aryans, and Aryans happens to be definitely a place which took me quite ahead at that time, because they were really big in the 90s, and the kind of music that they did, the songs that they played, the songs that they made had already, when I joined them, they had already done the magic. They had already reached out to the audiences. It was a beautiful thing to come from playing a very different kind of music, because I used to play with Cyanide, which was a rock outfit. And Cyanide used to do a lot of shows and used to play music that was rock, and if in one word I could say that. And yeah, and coming from there to moving on to playing with a band that was fairly way more commercial than Cyanide was Aryans, and from Aryans it was another chapter
Yes,
that unfolded. I'm sure we're going to get there.
Yes, we're getting there. That would be my next
But
question.
but the first answer is, and so is the last, is basically the learning.
Absolutely.
And the only way you learn music, the only way you are able to get around this journey is to experience it.
That's true, I agree. So also, you have collaborated with a lot of renowned musicians and singers. So how was that learning experience? What did you take away from each one of those you worked with?
Yeah. So the good thing is that everybody that I played with was better than me. Everybody that I played with, till the age of, let's say, till the year 2000, maybe 2008, till the time I reached Aryans, they were all people who had done music for a much longer time than I had done. And everybody who I played with was much ahead in terms of time, also in terms of the age group, because they were all elder to me, and I was always playing with people who were not my age, and that was always a very welcoming experience for me, because I used to be treated like a family. So in Aryans, in Cyanide, I was later playing with a lot of other people, and I was going around collaborating with all kinds of musicians that I wanted to work with. Unfortunately, I did get a chance to work with them. The learning came across because with every concert that we did, with every song that I played on, it was evolving. It was evolving. It evolved the whole musicality and the journey that I came from to a level where I just wanted to play with people who had already done much of music that I was into way before me,
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
Would you like to share some names that you
Yeah,
worked
absolutely. When I joined Cyanide, those guys were doing music. They had already done a lot of concerts. Aryans was way big. When I joined them, they were already a big band.
Yeah.
And songs like Aankhon Mein Tera Hi Chehra and Ye Hawa Kehti Hai Kya were, they used to be my favorite songs as well. And I was getting to play those songs with them. Much of the journey in the Aryans actually was not very musical.
Okay.
It was more the experience of doing concerts that were much bigger
Yeah.
and getting around with people of the industry who are working on a very commercial scale in terms of the reach that they have
Okay.
of the audiences in terms of the masses. After that, I played concerts with, I did get a chance to play with a lot of other musicians, and I did share the stage with musicians from Pakistan.
Oh.
One of the names is Farhan Saeed of Jal, who I played with. I also, as with Aryans, we shared the stage with Junoon, the guys who created Sayuni, which
Right.
is
Yes.
one of the best
So
songs.
that's one of my favorites too.
Getting to see and being on stage with the people you've grown up listening to, because obviously it was a very different age bracket that they were in
Yes.
too. I was so this was the best part actually. I was getting to taste and see and experience everything, despite of being much younger to the guys that I was working with. And Junoon and Aryans and there was, of course, and Farhan came from Jal. And I made a lot of bands in Delhi. One of the bands I still play with is called Ehsaas. And we have been performing for a lot of years, and it's also something that adds to the journey of what I have done musically. Yeah, Lucky came in.
Yes.
When Lucky came in, it was another beautiful thing that happened because out of everybody that I've ever played with in my journey, till date, talk about doing it from over 2 decades. Out of everybody that I've worked with, Lucky is the person I could connect with the most.
Fantastic. And it comes across in the song. We'll get to that too.
Yeah.
But I want you to share any interesting memory out of your experience with working with these famous bands. So how would you like to share an
Of
experience?
course, I would like to tell you. I have so many memories. God, when I look back today, I mean, 20 years plus, 24 years of music just takes me to. It's a roller coaster ride.
I know, because initially it must have been intimidating for you to be performing with these guys.
Absolutely.
World
It was,
renowned.
it was like I said, it was a beautiful learning experience. You have to learn. That is what we're all here for. We're here to learn.
Absolutely.
And music, no matter how much you learn, there's always more to learn because it's art. Talk about one particular memory.
Anything that strikes you.
Anything that strikes me that would talk about that one.
That maybe
That would be Alvida.
Alvida.
That would be the first time when I picked up the guitar and I was sitting with Lucky Ali and we jammed.
Wow.
And we just jammed and
That
it
must
was
have been an experience.
oh yeah, it was in the studio and I said that all my life comes back to this day today where this is what I wanted to do and this is the kind of music that I wanted to play, and it's a song that I made which is so me. I mean,
Right.
Alvida is my natural melodic self. It is my natural musical expression. Alvida, the song.
It's beautiful to tell you that.
And when Lucky sang it, I think, it was like, it was a very soulful moment, both for him and for me, because as two artists coming together, we could really connect with the song, and we connected on a higher level.
Right. So also, So you've performed in a lot of concerts.
Oh, yeah.
Over 2,000 is what I read.
Yes.
And that
you read
is
it right.
a whopping number, let me
Yeah.
tell you.
Perhaps more than 2000.
Yeah, over 2,000 is what I heard. So do tell us about that part of your journey.
Yeah. So up till Alvida, I was playing mostly concerts. I did do a lot of studio stuff, and I did get into the studios and record music that I made and all the work that I did. But for me, it was the energy that I had from a young child, or a very young kid, growing up in his teens and going to his adulthood, going through his phase of education, of life, the university of life, school, post-school, getting to play with everybody. My energy used to be justified when I used to be on stage. I used to feel at home. When I was on stage, I used to feel at home.
Oh, that's nice. No stage frights at all, too, was it?
It was passion. I used to love, and I still love. I mean, going on stage and you hear screams of people and thousands of people, and you hear people waiting for you to come, and it's an instant connection.
Sure. It must have given you like a total high, to get on stage and
it was like an addiction. It was like something that you enjoy so much that you want to do, and that kept me going to actually playing from my first concert in the year 2000, crossing the 2000 concerts.
Now coming to your composition with Lucky Ali, the song Alvida. Now I've heard the song and I must admit it is one of the most mesmerizing songs, melodies that I've heard lately. What was the thought behind this composition?
I had no thought. I just wanted to create a song that would be me. A song that would justify my journey, a song that would express. I just wanted to express. But yeah, the guy I was working with, the song, my lyrics writer, the person who wrote the words for the song, Faisal, Simon, we both got together and we decided that the song was going to be a song of hope. It was going to be a goodbye song. Goodbye to the things that have happened, and here's a song that talks about moving on and letting go.
So basically that was the thought behind
it. That happened through the song. But we just sat down, I started to strum, sitting in my home. I said, I don't know where the song is going to go. I don't have any thoughts to it, but if the song has to be a song of hope, then it has to be a song of hope lyrically. The words have to talk about hope. But to me, it was a song that started with a melody. I picked up the guitar and I started to play a particular chord pattern, and the first chord that I played, and I started to sing that melody, and it turned out to be the first two lines of the song, which were "Ye kya hua, hua jo aaj."
Spoken like a true musician. Let me tell you.
That's how the song happened, and then the verse reached the pre-chorus, then it reached the chorus of the song, and by the time we were in the mid-song, we knew what it was going to be. And I just closed my eyes and I started to sing Alvida. The other two lines that I naturally and spontaneously sang were Bhool Ja Jo, just forget whatever happened. And then it was structured by the lyrics writer, lyrically. The words were framed and were put in place, and when I took the whole composition into the studio, and I started to layer everything from the drums to the bass to the guitars to the whole sound till Lucky came in, and that's how it happened.
I'm a huge Lucky Ali fan, and I just love the song as well. But tell me, with Arijit Singh and a lot of these new brigade of singers,
I like that question.
What made you decide that it was Lucky Ali's voice that you wanted for this song?
The song decided its own voice. I said, this is a song that doesn't sound like it's going to be sung by anybody who sings all the songs in this world. I mean, a huge respect to Arijit for everything that he's done. He's got a great voice, great singer. Not just Arijit, but that whole, like you said, the brigade of Atif.
Yes.
Great. I mean, work has been done. I love some of the songs that they've sung, but here the idea was to get somebody who does not sing any and every song.
Right. I agree.
Because I realized that because the song was exclusive, the singer needed to be more exclusive. Had the song gone to somebody who sings the song just like, oh, I sang the song in the morning, I'm going to sing a song in the evening, I'm going to sing a song in the night, I'm going to sleep. That wouldn't have justified the composition for what it is today.
Yes.
And Lucky happens to be somebody who doesn't do all the work that comes to him. I've mentioned this in a lot of interviews. I don't know if you've read this before, I've said this at a lot of times, but my experience of working with him was that he doesn't do everything and anything until he becomes the song. That is how Alvida reached Lucky.
So in a way, this is his comeback song, like the tag comeback that will not
This
be
is
used.
also a song in which he says bye in a lot of ways.
Is it?
He,
I
he
hope
does
not.
he does say Alvida in a lot of ways, not musically,
Yes.
but in a lot of ways. This is what he said. I said, Lucky, bhai, गाना hai, created, we connect so well in this. I'm sure you sang it with a lot of love, and he took his own time to sing it. And he said that मेरा इस गाने से अलविदा हो. This is the song I'm going to say bye for. But he's done it with a comeback. So this definitely is a comeback because a lot of people have been waiting for a song to come that has
Absolutely.
Lucky's voice. But also, I don't know why he said that to me, but he does say that this is what he says. This is a goodbye song and all for the better for both him and me as we move on to making more music in life.
Yes.
Move on to a better,
Absolutely.
because there's a lot of music that he's working on right now as well, and yeah, you never know when the next song comes. So
But we'll be waiting. Honestly, I have been waiting to hear him for a very long time. How does it feel for him to be making a comeback of sorts with you?
well, he loved the song, and if you realize that Alvida is a very different song from all the other songs that he sung,
It is.
it is not the kind of song. Anything that Lucky has done
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
is different from Alvida, and that's the beauty.
Yeah.
Probably that is the reason why he did it also. Because evolution and to do things that you have not done before,
Right.
to evolve, to do all the stuff that takes you forward is an exploration. Music is an exploration. If you don't explore, you won't be able to get very far. And Alvida is a rock song, and I haven't heard, probably neither have you, Lucky sing rock song.
No. Yes. I.
Yeah, there was probably one or two songs that he sang, but never a classic rock.
Yes.
Like maybe an English rock or something that has just the very raw elements of what you call a rock song, like a guitar, a bass, and a drum. Just drum kit, and that was the structure of Alvida, and that's, I think, the fact that he comes back with Alvida. Coming back to your question, I said this before as well. I don't know when did I say this. It ignites a different sound. It is a different sound. It's a different song that is coming. It's not a ballad. I do love all of his other songs, like Tere Mere Saath and Dekha Hai Aise Bhi, and it's very popular, O Sanam, and all the work that he's done. But this is a different song. So yeah, it's a contrast and something new.
Right.
So he's come back with something new, which he always manages to do.
He does. So, would you like to sing a song, sing a line from the song Alvida?
गम का अंधेरा कम होगा, आएगी फिर सुबह, तन्हा है तू कहाँ, है रब का आसरा, पानी है रहमत तुझे, तेरा सारा जहां. अलविदा, भूल जा जो हुआ, मुस्कुरा. अलविदा, भूल जा जो हुआ.
just fabulous. I mean, I was getting goosebumps
You did?
listening to it. Very
So did I.
nice. Yeah, awesome. So what can we look forward to? More such path-breaking
You can look
music?
forward to a lot of songs that I'm going to come out with. I have written a lot of music lately, and I'm working on the releases. I'm also working on a song with Rabbi Shevya. It's a political song called Adi Kranti. We've already shot the video.
Okay.
We'll be a part of that song. Besides this, we've released another song which is a collaboration between me and Shibani Kashyap. So it's a duet. And that duet is, the song is called Bachke Tu Chalna. It's on the influence of money and how the good things become bad, you know.
That's
And
interesting.
yeah,
Very interesting.
besides this, I've written a bunch of songs which you'll get to hear, but eventually, because I believe that when you write a song, it has to go out as to the right platform. It has to be heard to the right audiences. And that, honestly, is also a challenge sometimes because when you create a song, it has to, I'm sure it has a texture to it, it has its own theme, it has its own vibe, but it has to go and be heard by the people who need that kind of music.
That's true.
It has to resonate, and that's where an artist also has to find his own audience.
Absolutely.
And that is where we have found the audience today, because Alvida goes out to the people we want it to go out to. It doesn't go out to everybody. It's not meant for everybody.
Correct.
It's made for the people who can resonate with the song.
Absolutely. So, Varun, just before you go, I have this rapid fire
I have to be.
question round.
I have to like
Just
get
a
ready for
fun
the rapid
round.
fire.
Okay,
Sure.
and you have to answer it really quickly.
I'll try my best to do that.
A song for your mood right now.
I don't know. The rapid fire round should never be fast, but that's the whole. Alvida,
Okay. Favorite Indian musician.
Lucky Ali.
Where would you go if you were invisible?
If I was invisible to you,
To everyone.
I would love to go to the moon.
No?
This is something I want to say. I really love the moon, and I like to go to the moon. Yes. But I don't know if I'd be invisible though there.
One thing you change about yourself.
My eating habits.
Awards or experiences?
Sorry, what's that?
Awards or experiences?
Experiences, definitely.
Since you're here for WhatsApp Live?
Platforms like WhatsApp Live should be encouraged more to get the word of the artists and musicians out to the world. And it is a great thing that you all are doing. I wish you all the best for it. And hope to see you again and again.
Thank you so much, Varun, for taking our time and being here at WhatsApp Live with us. And we wish you the best for all your future endeavors. And we wish to hear more and more of your compositions.
Thank you. I look forward to sharing more and more with you eventually. And,
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
thank you. So has it been.